We're back. Day 27 of the 1,000-day challenge. We are back. Always back. Never given up. Not anymore. It's not how we roll. Just give me a second to find where I am. Alright, talking about Marcus Aurelius. He's talking about his father. He talked about his father for a fair bit. I had to stop. So we'll get into that. Moreover, that he was never commended by any man as either a learned acute man or an obsequious officious man, or a fine orator, but as a ripe mature man, a perfect sound man, one that could not endure to be flattered, able to govern both himself and others. Moreover, how much he did honour all true philosophers, without upbraiding those that were not so. His sociableness, his gracious and delightful conversation, but never unto satiety. His care of his body within bounds and measure, not as one that desired to live long, or over studious of neatness and elegancy, and yet not as one that did not regard it, so that through his own care and providence he seldom needed any inward psychic or outward applications, but especially how ingenuously he would yield to any that had obtained any peculiar faculty, as either eloquence, or the knowledge of the laws, or of ancient customs, or the like, and how he concurred with them, in his best care and endeavour that every one of them might in his kind, for that wherein he excelled, be regarded and esteemed. And although he did all things carefully after the ancient customs of his forefathers, yet even of this was he not desirous that men should take notice, that he did imitate ancient customs. Again, how he was not easily moved and tossed up and down, but loved to be constant. Hold on, it's on the wrong thing. No, it's on the right thing. But loved to be constant, both in the same places and businesses. And how after his great fits of headache he would return fresh and vigorous to his wonted affairs. Again, that secrets he neither had many, nor often, and such only as concerned public matters. His discretion and moderation in exhibiting of the public sights and shows for the pleasure and pastime of the people, in public buildings, congeries, and the like. In all these things, having a respect unto men only as men, and to the equity of the things themselves, and not unto the glory that might follow. Neither wont to use the baths at unseasonable hours, no builder, never curious or solicitous, either about his meat, or about the workmanship, or colour of his clothes, or about anything that belonged to external beauty. In all his conversation, far from all inhumanity, all boldness and incivility, all greediness and impetuosity, never doing anything with such earnestness and intention that a man could say of him that he did sweat about it, but contrariwise, all things distinctly, as at leisure, without trouble, orderly, soundly, and agreeably. A man might have applied that to him which is recorded of Socrates, that he knew how to want and how to enjoy those things, in the want whereof most men show themselves weak, and in the fruition intemperate. But to hold out firm and constant, and to keep within the compass of true moderation and sobriety in either estate, is proper to a man, who hath a perfect and invincible soul, such as he showed himself in the sickness of Maximus. What's going on here? Ooh, what are we playing today? Reading today. Also, I added Poppy Delay, bro, but only the first one since it was free. Oh, nice. Nice. So I realized I have to do a full reset with the games because I deleted them in the wrong way. And so now the storage isn't like actually removing it. So I haven't got as much storage as I should. So I'm going to have to do this thing where I take all my data off of the hard drive and I'm going to have to reset the computer and we're going to have to re-put everything on. So that might be a bit of a process, but Poppy playtime's not too big, so that should be alright. Cool. We'll see. Where's Khaled when you need him, eh? I've been missing Khaled a few days now. How did you delete it in the wrong way? What happened was, you're supposed to delete it directly through Steam. Yeah, true. School time. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I probably won't see him till the weekend then. If you think about that. So I was supposed to delete it through Steam, but I tried to delete the files, and I was deleting, like, because you know how you got, like, say, Valorant, for example. Like, this is with other games too, where that have, like, but they need Riot and, you know, the other things that go with them. So, yeah, you have to delete it in a certain order, and you have to delete it a certain way for the storage to actually come back. But, yeah, either way, I looked it up, and I'm going to need to go through a real pain in the ass to get my storage back. But we'll get it back. Don't worry about it. We'll get it back. How are you today, Librium? You doing good? From the gods I received that I had good grandfathers and parents, a good sister, good masters, good domestics, loving kinsmen, almost all that I have, and that I never thought through haste and rashness transgressed against any of them, notwithstanding that my disposition was such, as that such a thing, if occasion had been, might very well have been committed by me, but that it was the mercy of the gods to prevent such a concurring of matters and occasions as might make me to incur this blame, that I was not long brought up by the concubine of my father, that I preserved the flower of my youth. You didn't screw him. That I took not upon me to be a man before my time, but rather put it off longer than I needed, that I lived under the government of my lord and father, who would take away from me all pride and vainglory, and reduce me to that conceit and opinion that it was not impossible for a prince to live in the court without a troop of guards and followers, extraordinary apparel, such and such torches and statues, and other like particulars of state and magnificence. But that a man may reduce and contract himself almost to the state of a private man, and yet for all that not to become the more base and remiss in those public matters and affairs, wherein power and authority is requisite, that I have had such a brother, who by his own example might stir me up to think of myself, and by his respect and love delight and please me, that I have got ingenuous children, and that they were not born distorted, nor with any other natural deformity, that I was no great proficient in the study of rhetoric and poetry, and of other faculties, which perchance I might have dwelt upon, if I had found myself to go on in them with success, that I did by times prefer those, by whom I was brought up, to such places and dignities, which they seemed unto me most to desire, and that I did not put them off with hope and expectation, that, since they were yet but young, I would do the same hereafter, that I ever knew Apollonius and Rusticus and Maximus, that I have had occasion often and effectually to consider and meditate with myself. Where do we go here? How big is this? Concerning that life which is according to nature, what the nature and manner of it is, so that as for the gods and such suggestions, helps, and inspirations, as might be expected from them, nothing did hinder, but that I might have begun long before to live according to nature, of that even now that I was not yet partaker and in present possession of that life, that I myself, and that I did not observe those inward motions and suggestions, yea, and almost plain and apparent instructions and admonitions of the gods, was the only cause of it, that my body in such a life hath been able to hold out so long, that I never had to do with Benedicta and Theodotus, yea, and afterwards when I fell into some fits of love, I was soon cured, that having been often displeased with Rusticus, I never did him anything for which afterwards I had occasion to repent, that it being so that my mother was to die young, yet she lived with me all her latter years, that as often as I had a purpose to help and secure any that either were poor or fallen into some present necessity, I never was answered by my officers that there was not ready money enough to do it, and that I myself never had occasion to require the like succour from any other, that I have such a wife, so obedient, so loving, and so ingenious, not ingenious, that I had choice of fit and able men, to whom I might commit the bringing up of my children, that by dreams I have received help, as for other things, so in particular, how I might stay my casting of blood, and cure my dizziness, as that also that happened to thee in Cajeta, as unto Chryses, when he prayed by the seashore, and when I did first apply myself to philosophy, that I did not fall into the hands of some sophists, or spent my time either in reading the manifold volumes of ordinary philosophers, nor in practising myself in the solution of arguments and fallacies, nor dwelt upon the studies of the meteors and other natural curiosities. All these things, without the assistance of the gods and fortune, could not have been. Man, he goes on a bit. What's this one? Well, you learned something now. New. Yeah, I'm doing good. It's finally quiet in the house. About to play with Byron for a bit on Warframe. Yeah, kick some ass on Warframe. I think that might be is that the only game I didn't get rid of? Yeah, it might be the only one I've kept. And that and Marvel, because I did tell Khaled I was going to do one with him, so I can't go back on my word. That's going to be done. Oh, I don't know if I should be a politician. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I'm a good speaker, because they'll let me. I'll see if I can get a job doing audiobooks. We'll see if they see if I pass the test. That would be funny. In the country of the Quadi at Granua, these read me a bedtime story. Oh, this is a bedtime story. It's called The Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, Romulus, Augustus, Tiberius, Titulus, Titus, Volvus. That's the name also. Yeah, Romulus, Augustus. Yeah, I was thinking about writing an erotica that's set in the old Roman Empire times, ancient Rome. It's going to be called Titus Volvus Meets Biggest. What do you reckon? Can't you just sell your own audiobooks? I still gotta write the books. Suppose I write the books and I read the books. Yeah, it's probably better that way. Where was I? Unsociable and thankful, railer, crafty. In the country of the Quadi Granua, these betimes in the morning say to thyself, this day I shall have to do with an idle curious man, with an unthankful man, a railer, a crafty, false, or an envious man, an unsociable, uncharitable man. All these ill qualities have happened unto them, through ignorance of that which is truly good and truly bad. But I that understand the nature of that which is good, that it only is to be desired, and of that which is bad, that it only is truly odious and shameful, who know moreover that this transgressor, whosoever he be, is my kinsman, not by the same blood and seed, but by participation of the same reason, and of the same divine particle. How can I either be hurt by any of these, since it is not in their power to make me incur anything that is truly reproachful, or angry and ill-affected towards him, who by nature is so near unto me? For we are all born to be fellow workers, as the feet, the hands, and the eyelids, as the rows of the upper and under teeth. For such therefore to be in opposition is against nature. And what is it to chafe at, and to be averse from, but to be in opposition? Titus Clydius. Who's that? Gilbertson, dirty butthead. What the fuck? Dirty butthead. What are you on about, Gilbert? What are you trying to say? Oh, I watched just this other day. Any ideas for names? Andronicus, Titus, Biggest, Romulus, Augustus, Tiberius, Antonius, Antonidas, Cassius, Octavius, Clitoris, Miraculous, all that shit. Where are we? What? Clitius. Back in the day, instead of Where's Wally, it was Where's Clitoris? Cleridius. Whatsoever I am is either flesh or life, or that which we commonly call the mistress and overruling part of man, reason. Away with thy books, suffer not thy mind any more to be distracted, and carry to and fro, for it will not be, but is even now ready to die. Think little of thy flesh, blood, bones, and a skin, a pretty piece of knit and twisted work, consisting of nerves, veins, and arteries. Think no more of it than so. And as for thy life, consider what it is, a wind, not one constant wind neither, but every moment of an hour let out, and sucked in again. The third is thy ruling part. And here consider, thou art an old man. Suffer not that excellent part to be brought in subjection, and to become slavish. Suffer it not to be drawn up and down with unreasonable and unsociable lusts and motions, as it were with wires and nerves. Suffer it not any more, either to repine at anything now present, or to fear and fly anything to come, which the destiny hath appointed thee. Whatsoever proceeds from the gods immediately, that any man will grant totally depends from their divine providence. As for those things that are commonly said to happen by fortune, even those must be conceived to have dependence from nature, or from that first and general connection and concatenation. Always concatenation. Is the operation of joining two or more character strings, symbols, or data elements together. Concatenation. You're right. And concatenation of all those things, which more apparently by the divine providence are administered and brought to pass. All things flow from thence. And whatsoever it is that is both necessary and conducing to the whole, part of which thou art, and whatsoever it is that is requisite and necessary for the preservation of the general, must of necessity for every particular nature be good and be hopeful. Don't know what it means. And as for the whole, it is preserved, as by the perpetual mutation and conversion of the simple elements one into another, so also by the mutation and alteration of things mixed and compounded. Let these things suffice thee, let them be always unto thee, as thy general rules and precepts. As for thy first after books, away with it with all speed, that thou die not murmuring and complaining, but truly meek and well satisfied, and from thy heart thankful unto the gods. The second book. I'm going to need a drink for this one. I'll be back. Blah, 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 blah. Gilbertson. You could suck my dick. Da, da, da. We're back. Okay. The second book. 1. Remember how long thou hast already put off these things, and how often a certain day and hour, as it were, having been set unto thee by the gods, thou hast neglected it. It is high time for thee to understand the true nature both of the world, whereof thou art a part, and of that Lord and Governor of the world, from whom, as a channel from the spring, thou thyself didst flow, and that there is but a certain limit of time appointed unto thee, which if thou shalt not make use of to calm and allay the many distempers of thy soul, it will pass away and thou with it, and never after return. Let it be thy earnest and incessant care as a Roman and a man to perform whatsoever it is that thou art about, with true and unfeigned gravity, natural affection, freedom and justice, and as for all other cares and imaginations, how thou mayest ease thy mind of them, which thou shalt do, if thou shalt go about every action as thy last action, free from all vanity, all passionate and wilful aberration from reason, and from all hypocrisy and self-love and dislike of those things, which by the fates or appointment of God have happened unto thee. Thou seest that those things, which for a man to hold on in a prosperous course, and to live a divine life, are requisite and necessary, are not many, for the gods will require no more of any man that shall but keep and observe these things. 3. Do, soul, do. Abuse and contemn thyself, Yet a while, and the time for thee to respect thyself will be at an end. Every man's happiness depends from himself, but behold, thy life is almost at an end. Whilst affording thyself no respect, thou dost make thy happiness to consist in the souls and conceits of other men. 4. Why should any of these things that happen externally so much distract thee? Give thyself leisure to learn some good thing, and cease roving and wandering to and fro. Thou must also take heed of another kind of wandering, for they are idle in their actions, who toil and labour in this life, and have no certain scope to which to direct all their motions and desires. 5. For not observing the state of another man's soul. Scarce was ever any man known to be unhappy. Tell whosoever they be that intend not, and guide not by reason and discretion the motions of their own souls, they must of necessity be unhappy. 6. These things thou must always have in mind. What is the nature of the universe, and what is mine in particular? This unto that, what relation it hath, what kind of part, of what kind of universe it is, and that there is nobody that can hinder thee, but that thou mayest always both do and speak those things which are agreeable to that nature whereof thou art a part. Yep, you're here for a reason. Do the things that you're supposed to do and speak in such a manner. Be you. Don't be someone else. Theophrastus. This is number 7. Where he compares sin with sin, so after a vulgar sense, such things I grant may be compared. Says well and like a philosopher, that those sins are greater which are committed through lust, than those which are committed through anger. For he that is angry seems with a kind of grief and close contraction of himself to turn away from reason, but he that sins through lust, being overcome by pleasure, doth in his very sin bewray a more impotent and unmanlike disposition. Well then, and like a philosopher doth he say, that he of the two is the more to be condemned, that sins with pleasure, than he that sins with grief. For indeed, this latter may seem first to have been wronged, and so in some manner, through grief thereof, to have been forced to be angry, whereas he, who through lust doth commit anything, did of himself merely resolve upon that action. Don't cheat because you're upset. Punch someone in the head. That's the better option. 8. Whatsoever thou dost affect, whatsoever thou dost project, so do, and so project all, as one who, for aught thou knowest, may at this very present depart out of this life. And as for death, if there be any gods, it is no grievous thing to leave the society of men. The gods will do thee no hurt, thou mayest be sure. But if it be so that there be no gods, or that they take no care of the world, why should I desire to live in a world void of gods and of all divine providence? But gods there be certainly, and they take care of the world. And as for those things which be truly evil, as vice and wickedness, such things they have put in a man's own power, that he might avoid them if he would. And had there been anything besides that have been truly bad and evil, they would have had a care of that also, that a man might have avoided it. But why should that be thought to hurt and prejudice a man's life in this world, which cannot anyways make man himself the better, or the worse in his own person? Neither must we think that the nature of the universe did either through ignorance pass these things, or if not as ignorant of them, yet as unable either to prevent or better to order and dispose them. It cannot be that she, through want either of power or skill, should have committed such a thing, so as to suffer all things both good and bad, equally and promiscuously, to happen unto all both good and bad. As for life thereafter, therefore, and death, honour and dishonour, labour and pleasure, riches and poverty, all these things happen unto men indeed, both good and bad, equally. But as things which of themselves are neither good nor bad, because of themselves, neither shameful nor praiseworthy. Consider how quickly all things are dissolved and resolved, the bodies and substances themselves, into the matter and substance of the world, and their memories into the general age and the time of the world. Consider the nature of all worldly sensible things, of those especially, which either ensnare by pleasure, or for their irksomeness are dreadful, or for their outward lustre and show are in great esteem and request. How vile and contemptible, how base and corruptible, how destitute of all true life and being they are. It is the part of a man endowed with a good understanding faculty to consider what they themselves are in very deed, from whose bare conceits and voices honour and credit do proceed, as also what it is to die, and how if a man shall consider this by itself alone to die, and separate from it in his mind all those things which with it usually represent themselves unto us, he can conceive of it no otherwise than as a work of nature. But he that fears any work of nature is a very child. Now death, it is not only a work of nature, but also conducing to nature. 11. Consider with thyself how man, and by what part of his, is joined unto God, and how that part of man is affected, when it is said to be diffused. There is nothing more wretched than the soul, which in a kind of circuit compasseth all things, searching, as he saith, even the very depths of the earth, and by all signs and conjectures prying into the very thoughts of other men's souls. And yet of this is not sensible, that it is sufficient for a man to apply himself wholly, and to confine all his thoughts and cares to the tendance of that spirit which is within him, and truly and really to serve him. His service doth consist in this, that a man keep himself pure from all violent passion and evil affection, from all rashness and vanity, and from all manner of discontent, either in regard of the gods or men. For indeed, whatsoever proceeds from the gods deserves respect for their worth and excellency, and whatsoever proceeds from men, as they are our kinsmen, should by us be entertained with love always, sometimes as proceeding from their ignorance of that which is truly good and bad, a blindness no less than that by which we are not able to discern between white and black, with a kind of pity and compassion also. 12. If thou shouldest live 3,000, or as many as 10,000 of years, yet remember this, that man can part with no life properly, save with that little part of life which he now lives, and that which he lives is no other than that which at every instant he parts with, than that which is longest of duration, and that which is shortest, come both to one effect. For although in regard of that which is already past there may be some inequality, yet that time which is now present and in being is equal unto all men, and that being it which we part with, whensoever we die, it doth manifestly appear that it can be but a moment of time that we then part with. For as for that which is either past or to come, a man cannot be said properly to part with it. For how should a man part with that which he hath not? These two things therefore thou must remember. First, that all things in the world, from all eternity, by a perpetual revolution of the same times and things ever continued and renewed, are of one kind and nature, so that whether for 100 or 200 years only, or for an infinite space of time, a man see those things which are still the same, it can be no matter of great moment. And secondly, that the life which any the longest liver, or the shortest liver parts with, is for length and duration the very same. For that only which is present is that which either of them can lose, as being that only which they have, for that which he hath not, no man can truly be said to lose. 13. Remember that all is but opinion and conceit, for those things are plain and apparent, which were spoken unto Monimus the Cynic, and as plain and apparent is the use that may be made of those things, if that which is true and serious in them be received as well as that which is sweet and pleasing. 14. A man's soul doth wrong and disrespect itself, first and especially, when as much as it in itself lies, it becomes an apostemy, and as it were an excrescency. What the heck? Excresceni. What is that? Excrescence. A distinct outgrowth on a body or plant resulting from disease or abnormality. Excrescence. What a weird word. And as it were an excrescency of the world, for to be grieved and displeased with anything that happens in the world is direct apostasy from the nature of the universe, part of which all particular natures of the world are. Secondly, when she either is averse from any man, or led by contrary desires or affections, tending to his hurt and prejudice, such as are the souls of them that are angry. Thirdly, when she is overcome by any pleasure or pain. Fourthly, when she doth dissemble, and covertly and falsely either doth or saith anything. Fifthly, when she doth either effect or endeavour anything to no certain end, but rashly and without due ratio. What the heck is that? Ratiocination. Ratiocination. Which means form judgments by a process of logic, reason. Ratiocinate. Right. Without due to ratiocination and consideration, how consequent or inconsequent it is to the common end. For even the least thing ought not to be done without relation unto the end, and the end of the reasonable creatures is to follow and obey him, who is the reason, as it were, and the law of this great city and ancient commonwealth. (15) The time of a man's life is as a point, the substance of it ever flowing, the sense obscure, and the whole composition of the body tending to corruption. His soul is restless, fortune uncertain, and fame doubtful. To be brief, as a stream, so are all things belonging to the body. As a dream, or as a smoke, so are all that belong unto the soul. Our life is a warfare, and a mere pilgrimage. Fame after life is no better than oblivion. What is it then that will adhere and follow? Only one thing, philosophy. And philosophy doth consist in this, for a man to preserve that spirit which is within him from all manner of contumelies. Why didn't we get good teachers at school? Contumely. I bet our teachers didn't even know what that means. Insolent or insulting language or treatment. Who got taught these things, honestly? Contumelies and injuries, and above all pains or pleasures, neither to do anything either rashly or feignedly or hypocritically, wholly to depend from himself and his own proper actions, all things that happen unto him to embrace contentedly, as coming from him from whom he himself also came, and above all things, with all meekness and a calm cheerfulness, to expect death, as being nothing else but the resolution of those elements, of which every creature is composed. And if the elements themselves suffer nothing but by their perpetual conversion of one into another, that dissolution and alteration which is so common unto all, why should it be feared by any? Is not this according to nature? But nothing that is according to nature can be evil. Whilst I was at Carnuntum. The third book. 1. A man must not only consider how daily his life wasteth and decreaseth, but this also, that if he live long, he cannot be certain whether his understanding shall continue so able and sufficient for either discreet consideration in matter of businesses, or for contemplation, it being the thing whereon true knowledge of things both divine and human doth depend. For if once he shall begin to dote, his respiration, nutrition, his imaginative and appetitive and other natural faculties may still continue the same, he shall find no want of them. But how to make that right use of himself that he should, how to observe exactly in all things that which is right and just, how to redress and rectify all wrong, all sudden apprehensions and imaginations, and even of this particular, whether he should live any longer or no, to consider duly for all such things, wherein the best strength and vigour of the mind is most requisite. His power and ability will be past and gone. Thou must hasten, therefore, not only because thou art every day nearer unto death than another, but also because that intellective faculty in thee, whereby thou art enabled to know the true nature of things, and to order all thy actions by that knowledge, doth daily waste and decay, or may fail thee before thou die. Which is painful. You don't want to do that. Get full-blown dementia. Start walking into the walls. We all know those sorts of people. We've all seen that dog that just barks at nothing, barks at his own fart, and runs headfirst into the door. So do not waste what little time you have before you end up in that state yourself. 2. This also thou must observe, that whatsoever it is that naturally doth happen to things natural, hath somewhat in itself that is pleasing and delightful, as a great loaf when it is baked, Some parts of it cleave, as it were, and part asunder, and make the crust of it rugged and unequal. And yet those parts of it, though in some sort it be against the art and intention of baking itself, that they are thus cleft and parted, which should have been and were first made all even and uniform, they become it well nevertheless, and have a certain peculiar property to stir the appetite. So figs are accounted fairest and ripest then, when they begin to shrink, and wither, as it were. So ripe olives, when they are next to putrefaction, what is this? Okay, the process of decay or rotting in a body. Alright, what is it? Do you really need to say putrefaction? Then are they in their proper beauty, the hanging down of grapes, the brow of a lion, the froth of a foaming wild boar, and many other like things. Though by themselves considered they are far from any beauty, yet because they happen naturally, they both are comely and delightful. So that if a man shall with a profound mind and apprehension consider all things in the world, even among all those things which are but mere accessories and natural appendices, as it were, there will scarce appear anything unto him wherein he will not find matter of pleasure and delight. So will he behold with as much pleasure the true rictus of wild beasts, as those which by skilful painters and other artificers are imitated. So will he be able to perceive the proper ripeness and beauty of old age, whether in man or woman, and whatsoever else it is that is beautiful and alluring in whatsoever is, with chaste and continent eyes. Continent eyes. What is that? Continent. I don't like not knowing words. Oh, that's not the meaning. He will soon find out and discern. Those and many other things will he discern, not credible unto everyone, but unto them only who are truly and familiarly acquainted, and with nature itself and all natural things. Hippocrates, having cured many sicknesses, fell sick himself and died. The Chaldeans and astrologians have foretold the deaths of divers, were afterwards themselves surprised by the fates. Alexander and Pompeius and Caius Caesar, having destroyed so many towns, and cut off in the field so many thousands both of horse and foot, yet they themselves at last were fain to part with their own lives. Heraclitus, having written in so many natural tracts concerning the last and general conflagration of the world, died afterwards all filled with water within, and all bedaubed with dirt and dung without. Lice killed Democritus, and Socrates, another sort of vermin, wicked ungodly men. How then stands the case? Thou hast taken ship, thou hast sailed, thou art come to land. Go out, if to another life, there also shalt thou find gods, who are everywhere. If all life and sense shall cease, then shalt thou cease also to be subject to either pains or pleasures, and to serve and tend this vile cottage, so much the viler, by how much that which ministers unto it doth excel, the one being a rational substance and a spirit, the other nothing but earth and blood. Happy days. Alrighty. Time for the ramblings. Everyone going good? Everyone asleep? You asleep? If you don't reply, I assume you're asleep. That's my ASMR voice I was using. Ah, good. Ah, Librium. That was supposed to be but a gentle lullaby for the senses, was it? Yeah. To an angelic voice. Is that Madam Precious? Alrighty. It's a quiet night in the magnificent community. Yeah. How is the old girl? Fair enough. Sometimes I feel like that. If I didn't have to get this 6-pack, I'd be running out the room. Eating as well. Yeah, that's not ideal. That'll wake you up. Great big wet spot. Then we Gucci. Oh no. No. Thank you, Yuri. Yuri. I say I'll get it right one day. You know what? Just go to the most popular category. Maybe I should do that. What's the most popular category on here? We'll see. I'll do some of that soon. Might do that afterwards. Hello, Queen. You right? Alright. Whoever's watching, are you alright? Got no one to hug you. Go to a brothel. They pay for hugs. You just pay them and they'll give you a hug. Too expensive. Oh. I'm sure there's a cheap one. Just go driving around. Go down to St Kilda. True.
You should start a GoFundMe.
Yeah, start a GoFundMe. See, I need money for hugs. Who would give it to you for free? I got a new one. What do you mean take one for the team? I'm gonna make a TikTok and see if I get an answer for this. A learner brought this to my attention. And I must find out more. Well, just unlocked a new genre. I'll do some just chatting. We'll see. Any talkers in the chat whilst the offer still stands? Fuck. Nah, it should be right. It's just a quiet one tonight. It's just quiet. Like I said, we'll get more people once these YouTube videos start coming out. At the moment, I'm in the middle of masterclass. Essentially, I'm writing my own book on that too at the same time. It's going to be hundreds of pages long. The clown emoji. I gotta make them. I'm just so... I will get around to making them. A clown emoji. I'll have to figure that one out. Oh, there you go. This fucking headphone. There you go. I can do a lot in 2 minutes. Show off. Alrighty. Yes. Oh. Fuck yeah. Oh. That's how you finish strong in 2 minutes. Just gonna clean myself up a little bit. I don't want to hear that. That's no good. Fuck it, yeah. Just chatting. Only 187,000 people. Alrighty, let's see what's going on in the world. What have we got? Shohei's on a roll. We all love Shohei Ohtani. What do we got? Put the bets on. Kel-Ray Lee, he got me back up to $100. We're happy with that. That's what we're talking about. Let's go through our collection. Go through Dan Murphy's. What do we got? Gonna be getting some of this Yamazaki. Only $200, $300, sorry. Look at this. What's this? Stop doing that. Oh yeah, what have you showed me? Template. What's these fucking ads, mate? Go away. Fucking share that shit, you cunt. Template for invasion. China's chilling robot move. Revealed a new video. Look at him. Ha! Is that all? Self-exploded. Who's got to worry about that? We got nothing to worry about. Put him on a stretcher. Yep, put him back together. Fuck. That's how I feel when I go for a run sometimes. Just like that. Killer robots have already proven their lethality on the front lines of the Ukraine war, but China is experimenting with wolf packs. Oh, this one's doing a bit better. Or of AI-controlled hunters to prowl the alleys, basements, and attics of our cities. Basements and attics. Asmongold better look out. What could possibly go wrong? Chinese state-controlled media has released footage of robotic dogs. Wheeled platforms coming. We're going to watch this for more. No. Oh, when you're trying to encourage your child, but he just doesn't get it. What is this? Fucking hell. This is like... It's like special school for robots. The Special Olympics. Come on, little fella, you can do it. This is it outruns humans in the half marathon. They're going to utilize the power of game of controlling the bots and all. True. Yeah, they won't pick me. They're like, we've seen this guy play Overwatch. He's not allowed. He's going to get one of our drones blown up. They'll just go through that, won't they? They'll just find all the best fucking multiplayer online games. The best players. And they'll be the ones to be the top drone controllers. They'll fuck everybody up. This is just sad. Here we go. What could possibly go wrong? The People's Liberation Army. Urban Combat Training Base is designed to test the ability of troops and equipment to fight and survive inside Taiwan's urban landscape after a successful beachhead. Oh, so Taiwan, that's what it's getting used for. Sick 'em, boy! Go! Hey. Are these people in Taiwan? But it is an extreme risk environment. China appears to believe that roaming... let's just get into it. It's got an AK-47 on its back. Look at that shit. We need one of these in Warframe as a pet. Look at him. Who's a good boy? That's it. Shoot that bird over there. See that drone? Blow him up. Wow. Yep. Guess the K9 military unit's going to be out of a job. Yeah, well. We should get one of them for home security. Send this to Kushtab. I don't know. I'll send this to him in an Instagram. Where's this? I should be able to send it, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'll send it to Kushtab. There you go. Enjoy that, my friend. Yeah, look at that. Wow. They know what they're doing. They really know what they're doing. Fuck, look at that. These are our ground robotic systems. For the first time in the history of this war, an enemy position was taken exclusively by unmanned platforms. I heard about this. Ground systems and drones. The occupier surrendered and the operation was carried out without infantry and without losses on our side. Wow. Wow, look at that. Robotic systems have already carried out more than 22,000 missions on the front in just 3 months. In other words, lives were saved more than 22,000 times when a robot went into the most dangerous areas instead of a warrior. This is about high technology protecting the highest value human life. Holy shit. Look at that thing. It's just like a tank. Just a mini tank. What about robot life? What do you mean? And yeah, this is what everyone wants, eh? Hold on. Hold on. This is what everyone's wanting, eh? We could have this. We could have this. Isn't it amazing what we can do with technology? The world's so fucked up. Well, that's pretty impressive actually. It's been going on in the news. Raw Wrestling, Keith Starmers. Who cares? John Howard, why is he in the news? Who cares? Boring. Hope he cleans her out. Yeah. Oof. Those sex dolls, man. You want to be busy. We're careful with them. Fucking hell. Let's go. Let's go back to news. Let's analyze news.com. Mass civilian casualties. Fear. Tennis couple split after 16 years. Do you know why people click on this one? Do you know why? Because it looks like her nipple's out. That top part right there. That's the reason. Right there. It looks like her nipple's out a little bit, doesn't it? Yep. And so people are like, oh, what's this? Click. Moment machete wielding teens attack. That's not news. That happens all the time. What's this? How can I add the... Yeah. Come on. Let's go. It's not letting me free. Croc enters restaurant in Zimbabwe, leaves diner stunned. Well, hello, mate. Nah, this one's come down from the Nile. Look at him. He's a big fella. Yep. Should have fed him. This is what happens when they don't get someone to eat. Meryl Streep has no plans to write a memoir. Who gives a fuck about Meryl Streep? Look at her. Look at her. Oh, isn't she so shit, honestly. Go away. Oh, hold on. The which one? Did you hear about the gun scare in Dandenong? What do you mean? Isn't that a common occurrence too? There's an arms dealer down there. I'll look it up. Hold on. Gun scare in Dandenong. Yo, Toxic, what's going on? A 30-year-old man has been arrested after a fake gun incident. Oh, is that all fake? Let's have a look.
Jordan, thank you. A 30-year-old man has already been bailed after being arrested for brandishing a fake gun near Dandenong Plaza,
Look at this cunt.
leaving onlookers terrified. The man of no fixed address has been charged and released.
Want to hear that noise again?
Dandenong Plaza, leaving onlookers terrified. Terrified. The man of no fixed address has been charged and released.
No fixed address.
Stepped up patrols in the area to
He's not even from the country, is he? No fixed address. Probably on his way to Liquorland. Probably. I fucking bet. Let's, like I said, we'll just quickly scan this first. We'll go through the news. Yep, tits, machetes, teachers' fury over wild gas tax. They're going to tax them for farting now. Shocking thing Aussie adults no longer know. I don't give a fuck. Google changes forever. Not really. Grim sign Iran war will erupt again. Like I said, we need some money so we can take advantage of this, you know, when the oil prices are down, now they're going to talk shit. Oil prices are going to jump back up, just bomb a few tankers, make some money, then put money on it to fall again, and then it'll drop. It'll be good. Elegant trend, no one cares. A-lister's son marries Aussie actress. Wow, look at the news. Isn't this amazing? Girl dies by being struck by a car. It's a shame. Aussie sick of woke culture. Yeah, harden the fuck up, pussies. Honestly. Self-driving cars, horror fail. Swear, one of my learners has done that. Isn't that in America? Hey, Toxic, do you shit standing up? No? I got told today that apparently a lot of people, like a ridiculous amount of people, shit standing up. What did you say? Can sell my ID. Where's that? It's good. I can understand squatting. I'm talking about straight standing, man. Roughly 20 to 30, over 34% of people stand up or enter a semi-squat hover to wipe after using the toilet. What? Standing or hovering is common. Often culturally or personally learned habit. Like, I remember there was this one guy, I gotta find it. He said, don't you catch it? He said, you're supposed to get a piece of toilet paper and you're supposed to somehow catch it. You know, like, just like direct catch. Straight into it. This is what happens when you have abusive parents. Gotta make that TikTok tomorrow. Gotta write that down. Shit. Standing up. Well, yeah, how many people, yeah. How do you spell it? Use a bidet. What the fuck? A bidet. Bidets are used daily by over 60% of people worldwide. What the fuck? 80% in Japan. In countries like Italy, Portugal, and Venezuela, up to 90 to 97, they get their assholes squirted by a hose. Look at that. Look at us. Where's the map of this? This is fun, mate. I'm learning facts, mate. I learn about the world. Look at that. Aren't you upset, Toxic, that we don't get our fucking like a little hose to squirt our asshole? Is this why Australia smells so bad? This is why it always smells like ass. Look at that. We're way behind. We're like the worst country in the world for this. 0.63. What is that? 0.76. Who's got the... We're the least. Only Sweden doesn't wipe their get their ass clean. Like, gets it cleaned less than us. That's crazy. Fucking hell. At least we're not number one. We're just number two on this. Sweden. The land of the dirty arsehole. Look at their neighbours though, 25% of them do it. Denmark! Oh, there it is, look at that. The least, 0.11. The Danes. You know I have the Finnish do it because they go in saunas all the time. You can't have even the slightest bit of shit when you go into a sauna. Oh, that's wild. Man, I didn't know 90% of... Some places 90%. What the fuck? What a weird fact. Are you sure you don't shit standing up, man? Look, well, there's nothing to judge, you know. Look, 20 to 34%. Stand up to wipe. I just can't get over that. Fuck. Often lean forward or use a semi-squat. The Switzerland of the wiping community. Standing may be more common in children potty training. Yeah, no shit. Even then, man. What the fuck? You don't teach your kids to do that. You say you sit here, you grab the fucking the thing, yeah, the toilet paper, you put it behind you and you wipe. Alright? Front to back. Not back to front. You don't want shit on your dick. Front to back. Yeah, you don't get shit on the back of your balls. That's just no fun. Your girlfriend won't appreciate that one. Wipe their nose in it if they don't. Oh, fuck. How to teach my dog to stay. I want Hassan to pop up. But he's not going to. The Hassan method. Hold on, I'll look it up. See what the AI says. Is generally not recommended. Ah. Oh. True. You know what they're for though, shot collars? They're used to train them, like say there's a mine. Alright? Like say you've got a military dog and you need it to identify a mine, sniff it out and let you know that there's one there. But you don't want it to actually go over and fucking touch the mine and blow up. And so when it smells the mine or gets close, that's alright. But when it gets too close, you gotta shock it and it gets like, alright, don't get too close to this thing. And it's just like if you have a farm dog, you know, you don't want it to actually touch a snake. So you can shock it when it comes near a snake or something that's gonna kill it in the long run. It's like a small shock now, so you don't die later. But when it comes to just like sitting, you know, it's not the best way to go about it. I went to a dog training course and we didn't use shock collars. They explained what it was for. They said, no, you need to use it when like the dog's life is in danger. So, what else can we do? What else? Any other interesting things? Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up. What do we got? Any good bets? Toxic? High quality owners, fuck off. Shadows and shit. Get this guy out, ban them. It's bots. Yep, they gotta go. Where is it? Gift a sub. Imagine if someone gifted a sub to a bot. So you know what? I really like this bot. They're fucking relentless. They were quiet for a few days. And they've picked back up. Alright. Ah. So you don't need to catch it. That's not good. I swear there was a guy who said he got taught by his mum to catch it. Yeah, let's ask the AI. Let's go. No, that's not what I'm wondering. No. Oh, it's on expert mode. We don't want that. It's not that it sticks to my ass when wiping. I catch it before it hits the water in the bowl. High demand. Who else could be looking this up, honestly? Alright, expert mode it is. Alright. Go expert mode then. Or is it just not working altogether? Fuck. What's wrong with Grok? Come on. Ah, it's just under heavy usage. Crazy, I've never had that before. Alright. Do I really have to log in? What? Wanting to avoid splashback, Poseidon's kiss. Disliking the sound or feeling of it hitting the water. Concerns about cleanliness or germs. A personal habit that just stuck over time. From a hygiene and health perspective, it's not harmful in itself, but it's also not needed. Toilets are designed for waste to go directly into the bowl, and using paper this way can sometimes lead to using more than necessary or making cleanup a bit messier. If this is just something you do without it bothering you, there's no real issue. But if you feel like you have to do it, or get uncomfortable, anxious if you don't, it might be worth gently experimenting with skipping it to see how you feel, or thinking about what specifically you're trying to avoid, splash, sound, etc. And addressing that instead. For example, putting a small layer of toilet paper on the water surface can reduce splash without needing to catch anything. What time am I ending? Probably the usual. Probably around 12. Why is that? I'm just going to talk shit, literally. I wonder how long I can talk shit for. No, I don't want to know. Like, alternatives. No, I want to know. How can I catch the big ones and the runny ones, as it's quite hard to do? Should I use a baseball glove? Trying to catch stool, especially running stool, is always going to be awkward and messy no matter what you use. There isn't a practical or hygienic way to do it because feces are meant to go straight into the toilet. Using objects, gloves, containers, etc. just adds contamination and cleanup issues. If what you're trying to do is avoid splash, smell, or the sensation, there are no. Something like irritable bowel syndrome. It's more useful to look at what's causing that. No good technique for catching it. I am catching it so I can keep a collection. I also like to throw it at people who annoy me. I can't help with throwing bodily waste at people, even in that setting, even when I'm in prison. I get that environments like prison can make people come up with their own ways of dealing with boredom or tension, but that kind of behavior carries real risks: disease transmission, retaliation from others, and extra disciplinary trouble. Can I make Mr. Hinky? Oh, no. Oh, well, that's it for me. Oh, well, I tried ChatGPT. It's not really for me. Who's fighting next week? No one. What's going on? Alright, let's do something. What do we got here? Australia's biggest investment. Australia's soldiers will gain access to $30 million of revolutionary new tech. Yeah. Alrighty. How much did dentists cost? I might go to a dentist soon. Fucking. What about this? Do you like the good stuff, Toxic? Librium, do you like this? The good shit. Never tried it. Yeah, this is probably the reason why. You're going to come round on the 1,000-day stream? Then you can try it. Gonna be getting one of these bad boys. Yep. Hell, I might get two. That's the good shit right there. What about, what's that one? Kyoto malt. Here we go. That purple one, man. Man, doesn't that look good, eh? That shit looks so good. The aesthetics. It's very nice. It's only 107, so it's a bit cheaper. That's a good one to put away. What's on special around here? I think the Maker's Mark. 46. Want one of these? Am I even logged in? Well, anyway. What did it say? 30% off, did it say? No. Get $30 off when you spend $200. Oh, they're doing it too. Ends Wednesday. That's fucking today, man. No, tomorrow. But I don't think I'm gonna get $200 worth from me. Oh, that and the Kyoto, no. The Kyoto's not special, is it? What do we got? Looks like it's from India. Or a hippie. What do you mean? What does that mean? Dan's best deals. The prior bottle. Ah, yeah. What's wrong with a Maker's Mark? Limited time offers. Oh, yeah, I know the Kyoto, yeah. No, that did look a bit hippie-ish. But still looks good. I don't want beers and shit. Beers, I can't keep a beer up in my cupboard for fucking 2.5 years, 3 years. Where's the good shit? Why can't I? Hold on, is it down here? No. No. Offers. We need the spirits, mate. Strong shit. Sort by... Yeah, current offers. Members offers. Yes. Yeah, we'll probably just do that. Alright, what do we got? What's ridiculously priced? Glenfiddich, 21 years old. Does anyone here like Glenfiddich? I like that. Don Julio! Wow, that was a guy I named at the gym. Don Julio. No, the man. Oh, I know. I confused him with Don Juan, yeah? Yeah, this guy, he's like Casanova. He gets with the ladies. Being a Don Juan. A man who has sex with many women. But there's a guy who, he thinks he's a Don Juan, but he's not, so I call him a Don Julio. There he is, Don Julio. I feel like getting that just for that reason. Whew. Chivas. That shit looks strong. Hibiki. We want the biggest specials, man. How do you find that out? You just look at it. So this one's only $20 off. The Yamazaki. That one's not even in stock. Yeah. Fucking cunt tease me like that. What's this one? Save about 28, 29. This one's got the biggest saving. Look at that. It's like what? 31 plus 23. So it's like 54. Well, 54, that's not too bad. Anyone here? Hey? So what do you mean save 80? That one? Yeah, 85. Oh, I suppose that one. Down from 300. It's everyone's favourite drink. Whew. Like I said, that sheepdog whiskey, man, that's just the best. That's just the tastiest drink I've ever had. Coffee malt whiskey. Never had coffee whiskey. Is it really good? Oh, but sometimes you wouldn't want to call it that if it doesn't have, like, you know, the taste to it. Lafrague. I am. I'll grab one of them eventually. Oban, I've had some of that shit. That stuff's... Ugh, it's like wood chips. Yeah, the good stuff's up there. Where's a more reasonable bottle? Talisker. Johnny Walker. This is all the good stuff. Gentleman Jack. What? Yeah, I got that for 80. That was a good deal. I'm gonna have a mean collection growing. Oh, it's gonna be good. Yeah, I already put the bets on. What else? Yeah, I put them on. No, I already did. Wombat poo is cube-shaped to stop it rolling away. That's not the reason. There's no way that's the reason. Bananas are berries, not strawberries. But strawberries are not. Bananas are berries. Who the fuck believes that? Alrighty. Suppose I'll do a little bit of GeoGuessr. We'll see. 3 strikes and I'm out. Alright, let's go. Let's go. If I get 3 strikes, I'm out. Why am I a chick? Alright, where are we? Mrazimo, Svleto, Prihonst. Somewhere European. Croatia. Had no idea. This game's hard as. Of course. Oh, this is going to be a quick loss. Alright, what do we got? Mountains, the sun, dirt. Kind of looks like Australian dirt, to be honest. Why does that sign just disappear? Kind of looks Australian. It's just so poor. He has really shitty roads like Australia. No, I'm just gonna guess that. Somewhere in the territory? No, Mexico. What's up?
I was just writing something on your list.
What are you writing?
Can't see it.
Where? Oh, look.
Yeah, make sure they
Oh, yep. Ah, she will.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah, she's probably just tired. I told her to get some rest. About one more and I'm out. Somewhere in America. Yes please. America or Canada? Fuck it, I might go Canada. Nah, Oregon. Well, one strike. Strike one. It was in like Oregon. Hmm. Just gonna say Germany, but I don't know. Schwarz, Buchenwald, around that area. Ooh, I got it right by just a tiny little bit. It was Germany. Have I not done this one? Fuck, I can't remember. Lol. Where was that? Jerusalem. These guys look like Aussies. Honestly. I don't know, I reckon somewhere in South Australia or something. Some mountainous range in South Australia. Do they not have mountainous ranges? Maybe the Grampians then. Fuck, Shepparton. New Zealand. No? What the fuck? All the way up here. Ireland. Well, this isn't good. Telefrico. I got no idea that anyone does this shit. You gotta be a freak. Oh well. Panama. No one's guessing that. Alright, so a lot of water. Like a small island. What was it? You know what? I'm gonna say it's Hawaii. Where the fuck's Hawaii? Oh fuck, how did this cunt guess it? Malaysia. Was it? No, Thailand or something. Give me a break. 2 strikes. One more and we're out. Burma shave. That was right. Las Vegas. I actually guessed it right. Wow, I just thought about the hangover and that long drive they went on. That's it. Alright, here we go. Mountainous range. Slightly more busy area. I'd say it's going to be South America. Somewhere very rocky. What sort of signs have we got here? Somewhere very rocky indeed. Ooh. Oh, we managed to win just a little bit there. Chile, yep, South America. Alright, what do we got? This looks like Australia. Broken Hill. Fuck. Is that Victoria? Fuck, I forget where Broken Hill is. Shit. I'm just gonna say it's somewhere around here. Silverton. Oh, fuck. Silverton, is it? Oh, is that Queensland? Ah, fuck. No? That was close. New South Wales. That 4X, I usually think straight away it's going to be Queensland. Alright. 1 win, 2 losses. Here we go, Canada. I'm just going to say Canada. Right there. They're thinking the same thing. Oh. Just. It was Canada. Nice. Alright, where are we now? Alright, that's like Thailand or something. Philippines, Thailand. Is that Indonesian there? Yeah, we'll get right there. Haha, by a little bit. Malaysia. Not bad. Won 4 skins. Good Guatemala. Ooh, we got closer. Very good. It was only 3,500 kilometers away. This car's driving to the left, is it? South Africa. Yes, I got closer. Bam. Just 1 more for the win. And we'll be 2-all. Alright. That looks like Nevada or something. Ooh, we got it closer. Ah, it was Nevada. I didn't even choose the right fucking state. Alrighty. This seems wet and cold and miserable. I'm just gonna go straight for England. Oh, that bastard. What the side of Russia? What the fuck? No, Korea. North Korea. No, yeah, it was Russia. Right on the edge of North Korea. Oh, this looks like a more temperate climate. It's more South American, Southeast Asian. Okay, so yes, there we go. Right in the nick of time, baby. So was that 2-all? Alrighty. For the win. We're up to tiebreaker now. 2-all. China. Next to the water, a shit ton of water. One of these fucking lakes. Good. You shouldn't get that. You're nowhere near it. Nice. Should be some serious damage. Japan. I thought it was China. Fuck, I can never tell the difference. Sad. So much anime, and for what? Can't even tell the difference. Turkey, I reckon. Please be way off. Yes! Oh yeah. Haha, we won! Come back! Yes! Whew! That's what we're talking about. I like it. We had a crap start. Then we did good. Did good. Yeah, we came back, Librium. We were down 0-2. Then we came back 3 in a row. Got the hat trick for the win. Should download the other one though. Oh, I don't know. I might just wait till tomorrow for the puppy playtime. Yeah, I probably should. Oh, that's good. Guess I'll do one more. See if someone wrecks me. I'll need to change my character though. How do we do that? Settings, character. I am not the correct avatar, there we go. Yeah, I'm paley white porcelain. They won't say white. Do I just change the hair? Is that all I can do? Where's my fucking beautiful hair? Yeah, we'll just see that. That's good enough. Hat, need the Dodgers hat. It's as good as it gets. Not blue-eyed, man. Got hazel eyes. Fuck, we'll just do brown eyes. There we go, good enough. I suppose it looks kind of like me. Come on, where do we go? Face the forces all over the world. Just gotta guess first all the time. That's the key. Get in first, put pressure on them. This Belarusian doesn't know. Where are we? I'm glitched. I'm glitched. Fuck. It's doing to me what it did to you. Motherfucker. How did you get that? Italy. What's this little tiny... Malta. What? Oh, it's so wild. Alright, we're on the right side of the road. Tesco. Isn't Tesco fucking Mexico? Praha, Tbilisi, Centrum, Podmolki. No, Prüm. What is this? I say it's fucking around here again. Somewhere in that general vicinity. Fuck, if he gets it right, man. That fucking asshole. How did he know? He must have read the sign and got something out of it. Belarusian. Oh yeah, they probably know. Belarus isn't far from there, is it? Yeah. Nah, it's sort of close to where he lives. India. Alright, whereabouts in India? Dahalu. What is this? Pringasui or something? Fuck. Dunno. Thought that was India for sure. I was slightly no. Oh, fuck. I was way off. Anyway, that's the end of that. 3 for 3. 50% win rate. Can't really complain. Oh. Holy. Alrighty. Not too bad, yep. Not too bad at all. Yeah, the higher win rate. That's for sure. Why is that still up? Oh, yeah, you can't gamble on Twitch, can you? So, I didn't put any bets on. So, nothing to worry about. Alrighty. Let's do like a, how autistic am I? Oh, you were betting on that, were you? Using the key below, answer the questions based on how strong you agree or disagree. Alright. I am good at spotting patterns that other people miss. Agree. Oh, hold on. I prefer to do things the same way every time. Not really. I find it challenging to understand the unspoken rules of social interaction. Agreed. People often tell me I'm being rude when I'm not trying to be. That's true, they said. Something wrong with your tone of voice, Mitchell. I have 1 or 2 special interests that can feel all-consuming. Agreed. I am very sensitive to physical sensations, such as how my clothes feel on my body. Yeah, I hate that woolen, I got like a woolen jumper, I hate that. Eye contact can be uncomfortable for me. Yeah, I don't like it, not even like, even the camera. Oh, I agree, I hate looking at people's eyes. I'm good at small talk or routine chit chat. Not really. People tell me I'm too literal. Yeah, because they told me to hold my horses, and I was looking around and said, but there aren't any here. So I agree. In conversations, I'm often unsure of when it's my turn to talk. True, I always cut people off. They'll say something, then bam, I jump straight on it because I think too fast. Repetitive movements like pacing or flexing my fingers comfort me when I'm stressed. No, that shit doesn't comfort me. No. When my routine is disrupted, it can be distressing. Oh yeah, I break down and I cry like a little baby. I like to collect or track specific types of information, for example, train schedules, historical dates, or different varieties of birds. We'll be neutral on that one. I mimic other people's behavior to appear normal. No. It's easy for me to understand what others are thinking, even if they don't say it. Not really. I can talk about my interests for hours and hours. More like minutes. I often miss when people say one thing but mean something else. All the time. Like they say, "Oh, we have to go now," and I say, "No, we don't have to go. What do you mean? We got plenty of time." They're like, "No, we have that thing going on." I'm like, "No, we don't." So yeah, I often miss the point. Certain sounds that don't seem to bother other people are very upsetting to me. Agreed. Like when people talk. I find it challenging to be in conversation with 2 or more people. Oh, yeah, definitely. Imagining something that's not real can be difficult for me. Disagree. Oh, several signs of autism. Holy shit. Alright, let's send that to Kushdub. I'm gonna invite him for it. China, India friends. Hello. That's what he says to me. Yeah, and I'll send someone else who I think needs it too. I'm just gonna send it to everybody. See how they like that? There we go. I sent it to Khaled. I sent it to some random lady who responded one time. Your responses indicate that you are displaying many of the social challenges, circumscribed interests, and sensory differences that are indicative of autism, and you may qualify for a diagnosis if formally evaluated by a mental health professional. Well. That's incredible. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. And I guess I need to find a therapist now. I will do another test. Borderline personality disorder. Whatever that is. Alright. Okay. This person often worries that someone close to them... Hold on. What is this? Do you know someone? No. Emotional intelligence. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Am I emotionally intelligent? Alrighty. Usually I'm very intelligent. 120, 30, 40. On the thing if I was good at maths, 160 plus. Using the key below, answer the questions based on how strongly you agree or disagree with the statement. I am able to regulate my emotions. The fuck does that mean? Don't think so. I pick up on body language cues. I don't know. I think one time someone was giving me the finger, but my wife and I thought they were pointing up to the sky, but apparently my wife said no. They weren't pointing up at the sky. I fly off the handle easily. The fuck does that mean? What handle? What are we talking about? Fly off the handle. The fuck are these assholes saying? Be neutral. I grow from my emotional experiences. Disagree. Crying makes you weak. When you cry for no good reason. When making a high-stakes decision... I didn't learn from Overwatch and I was getting very emotional. When making a high-stakes decision, I try to factor in how I'm feeling now as well as how I might feel later. No. Emotional setbacks are hard, but I manage them. No. I can express a variety of emotions to others. No. I can remain collected during conflict. No. I remain non-judgmental and accept the emotions of others. No. Because when my son starts like crying for no good reason, he's like, "Son, no, can I play the game?" I'm like, "No, you didn't do your chores." And then he starts crying. I'm like, "Don't do that." So disagree. I remain at ease in challenging situations. Oh no. Oh no. Have you seen me play Overwatch? No. I remain calm when things are rough. No, there's a lot of fuck. I blurt things out without thinking about the impacts on others. Yeah, like I was in the library and there was this book called what was it? It was like Flab or Big or Chunky. Oh no, it was this fat black lady on the front, and then there was this other black lady like sitting on the bench, and I was like, no, not you. So apparently that was insensitive. I feel grateful for others and share my appreciation. True. I pat them on the head and say thank you. Good job. I accept my difficult emotions, even negative ones like anger. No, fuck them. I am able to adjust my behavior when the situation calls for it. Oh, I guess so. Kinda. I am open to doing things differently. Oh, yeah. I validate how other people feel. I don't even know what that means. I can adapt to different situations. Oh, yeah, you know. I do not handle the emotions of others well. No, I handle it well. I cannot identify my emotions easily. Neutral. Let's see. It should be a good one. What? That's not what I want to hear. Guess I better see some nearby therapists. Where are we? We are in like Frankston, Texas. What? No, man. Oh well, they don't help people like me. This link is not working for me. Not another thing that's banned in India. What are we doing? What should I do? If there's anyone there, I need you to tell me which test to do. Which quiz to do. Anyone at all? Going once. Going twice. Oh, Gustav. What am I going to do with you, buddy? I suppose we'll post something straight. We'll create something on Instagram while we're here. Come on, we want to create, man. Create. No. We want to create now. Ow. Fuck it. What do we got? Which one should we do? Sex personality. What does that mean? How well do I express myself in the bedroom? Well, that's not really for me to answer, is it? Not really. I think we'll do one more. Nah. Maybe. Verbal IQ. Which word that starts with C most nearly means to ponder something deeply? You contemplate. Yep. Which word that ends in Y most closely means anxiety? I guess you're uneasy. Yep. Which word that includes person most nearly means what makes us who we are? Your personality. Which word that rhymes with pacifist most nearly describes someone who desires admiration and attention? Well, it should be a communist. But which word or words changes this sentence to imply culpability? He something avoided swiping the item at the checkout. He intentionally. Which sentence most strongly implies that the speaker is dissatisfied? The assignment was finalized by the deadline. No. The assignment was finished. The assignment was executed on time as requested. The assignment was technically complete. That one, yeah. What does the word just imply in this sentence? I just want a moment of peace and quiet. Peace and quiet are managed of jurisprudence. I don't know. What is this? I just fucking whatever that means. That didn't make sense. Downplaying the imposition of having some time to himself. Downplaying. He's not downplaying. He said he wants some peace and quiet. Which of these sentences contains ambiguity? Visiting relatives can be annoying. Aunt Lucy is telling the same story again. The older cousin is teasing the younger cousin. Nobody in this family can catch off a ball. We'll see. It can be annoying. Yeah. Which of the following most closely represents a relationship between a plant and a seed? So you put the seed, and now comes a plant. An egg and a bird. Well, it grows. Like you put something in there, and then it grows. I'd say egg and bird. Yeah. If all sabers and clavos and some clavos, if all sabers are clavos and some clavos are nebels, which of the following must be true? Random. What do these words have in common? Wedding ring, map, flag, equation. Alright, they represent commitments and promises. No. They compress a story into a single word. No. They symbolize concepts delayed to make inferences. Yeah. Why doesn't defining a concept generate new knowledge? You already have to know something to be able to define it. Yeah. No? A definition explains a concept but can't add new information. But you already, if you know something, you can define it. So defining a concept generate no. Yeah, you wouldn't be learning anything. A definition explains a concept but can't add new information. It's technically the same fucking shit. Nah, these two I got wrong, I don't know. A little bit dodgy, a little bit dodgy. Forbidden. It means you must not go there, young grasshopper. You must never go there. It is forbidden. Like OnlyFans in India. It is forbidden, young grasshopper. I need to find some proverbs, and I think I'll end it on there. Never test the depth of the river with both feet. If you think dogs can't count, try putting 3 dogs and nearly 2 biscuits in a room. A house without a dog is the house of a scoundrel. Right. Anyway. It's been a slow day. Get up. Got some more work in the morning. We can get back to the art of driving smart. Alrighty, magnificent people. Everyone have a good night. All one viewer. Yep. Love you lots, whoever you are. And take care. Stay magnificent. Yeah.